From winning 6 championships with the team to leaving them? What happened between Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton? And why is he leaving them for Ferrari? Right, so there's been lots of speculation over Lewis Hamilton's F1 future, and he's now being linked to Scuderia, cause entering into the 2023 season, there's one driver that's clearly on the short list of pending free agents for 2024, and that's Lewis Hamilton.
So that was difficult, and I think everyone left here with their head in their hands. But we got over it and we pushed through, and we had an amazing year of just like hustling and just.
The 7-time world champion signed a deal with Mercedes in the summer of 2021, and that extended his time at the team till the end of 2023. But what happens when this season is over? Keep watching to find out. Given Mercedes' fall from grace after new rules and regulations started in 2022, Hamilton has been given a car that's just not capable of competing for what would have been his record-breaking 8th world title. And the 2022 season was, well, extremely disastrous. Mercedes just won 1 race after an 8-year stretch in which they averaged 14 races per year. Plus, for 15 years in a row now, Hamilton had won at least 1 race in a season, and that streak came to an end, since that one Mercedes win was actually secured by George Russell. Plus, Hamilton saw the worst ever career results in the drivers' standings too, yet he remains hopeful. Lewis Hamilton has stated that he will retire as an 8-time world champion, which isn't gonna be easy, right?
And I'm really grateful to have been in here during the time that he was racing. Watching his world championships was impressive, and I'm sad to have arrived today and seen the news.
Because as far as 2023 is concerned, you might as well just give the trophy to Red Bull. Plus, if he was like 30 years old or something, I'd say yeah, he's got time. But he's 38 years old. That's old, especially in F1 numbers. So he's got little time. And because of that, the question arises, can Hamilton still break Michael Schumacher's record at Mercedes? Until the pen is put to paper, there's always going to be speculation about the future of his career, because anything less than that for a 103-time race winner would be crazy. As of right now, Hamilton has shown frustration to those who try to discuss a post-2023 future with the guy. He insists that right now just isn't the time for him to be discussing anything like that. At the same time though, he was recently accusing the Silver Arrows squad of not listening to him. See, the thing is, Mercedes made the W13 for the 2022 season, and oh my god, it was a horrible car. And then Mercedes made the W14, and while it was better than the 13, it was still quite horrible. And all this time, Mercedes just didn't listen to the guy. They kept making the car based on what design philosophy they wanted, even though he told them it was not gonna end well. So does this mean that this is the end of Formula One's all-time most successful driver-team pairing? There have been rumors going around that if Hamilton does leave Mercedes, it's gonna be for Ferrari, cause since the new era of rules and regulations began, Ferrari has been consistently in the same zone as Red Bull as far as how the car is designed. Many fans believe that Ferrari lost to Max Verstappen not because of its car, but because of its horrible strategy, and of course Charles Leclerc's horrible luck. If it wasn't for that, the team would have really given Red Bull a hard time. But guys, what you need to know here is that Hamilton to Ferrari rumor isn't exactly new, so whether it should finally be taken with more than a grain of salt is what we need to figure out, cause every few years, this rumor resurfaces, since Ferrari's one of the most successful Formula One teams out there. Plus, every time someone's talked to Hamilton about it, he's stated that driving for Scuderia is something that's a dream for everyone. Out of the 5 drivers who've won at least 4 world titles, only Hamilton's the one who hasn't ever driven for Scuderia. Cause what you gotta remember is that even Seb later joined Ferrari. But is this move really gonna happen? Lewis is out of contract by the end of the 2023 season, yes. However, it's worth mentioning that both Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz Jr. are under contract with the team through the 2024 season. Now, of course, as we saw with Daniel Ricciardo in 2022, Teams do let go of their drivers early, so it's not like nothing is off the table, but that just makes everything all the more unlikely. Plus, Ferrari does have a championship-winning driver, Charles. He's clearly got the pace. He doesn't make mistakes that often either. He's a good driver. The guy just needs a good, reliable car and a team that doesn't screw him over every pit stop. So it's not like the team is out there crazy hungry for Hamilton either. And you know who else doesn't want him at Ferrari? Martin Brundle. For some odd reason, Martin Brundle really doesn't think Lewis should go there. He even said he can't fulfill his dream at Ferrari. Former F1 driver turned F1 pundit, Martin Brundle really has a lot of opinions on Hamilton's future, and he doesn't think Ferrari is the one for him. Take a look at what he said. At the moment, I don't see how he can realize his dream in Mercedes, and I don't see possibilities at Ferrari either, a stable that has enough problems. And while many fans are shipping the prancing horse with Hamilton, the truth is, maybe he's right, cause Ferrari does have issues with reliability. According to Brundle, the only team where he can realize his dream of winning an 8th world title is Red Bull. But of course, Red Bull's not going to have any interest in him whatsoever, cause they already have a number 1, and that's Max Verstappen. And Max is signed with the team till 2028, and there seem to be no signs of him ever slowing down. Plus, with all the bad blood between the two, I really don't think this pairing is going to work either. So Ferrari's out of the question, and so is Red Bull. Maybe Aston Martin? Well, they just signed Alonso for 2 years, and Lance Stroll's kinda got a permanent seat on the team. So the best bet for Lewis would be to end up staying at Mercedes, really. Cause look, I get that Ferrari's really prestigious. It's the biggest F1 team, and yes, it's every driver's dream to drive for them. But do guys see what's happening to them right now? Leclerc got a penalty, and it's only the second race of the season. It's the second race of the season, guys. Yet Charles is facing a grid penalty. He retired from the first race of the season cause of an issue with control electronics. But since he already had a precautionary change of control electronics and the energy store, he's now being given a penalty for changing it again. Cause during the full 23 race season, drivers are only allowed 2 sets of control electronics, and he's already crossed the limit.
No, come on. What happened, guys? No power.
So the poor guy will be starting 10 places behind wherever he qualifies. Think about it for a second. No matter how good Charles is, can he realistically win in Jeddah? Nope. That's cause even if he manages to make his way to the top 3, Max will be so far out he's never ever gonna get close. And that's just not the kind of team that wins championships. If Hamilton really does want that 8th title, his best bet would be to help Mercedes and bring the team to a point where it's possible with them. And that's all for why Lewis Hamilton might be leaving Mercedes for Ferrari.